Okay, I'm setting the camera up here today because I want to be comfier, but then there's this big gap here in the wall. I'll be holding up books, so hopefully it looks fine. Hi, welcome to this video. I wanted to show you the books I thrifted today. I love thrifting books because then I feel a little bit less guilty about buying them, because I think every reader has a slight obsession with buying books. I'm having one of those days where you just don't like your makeup, you don't like the way you're looking. It is one of those days. I'm excited about these books that I still wanted to jump on camera. Here is what I thrifted. First up, we have Being and Nothingness, and I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, but obviously very famous philosopher. Quite a thick book here. New York Times has written, "There can be no doubt that this is a philosophy to be reckoned with, both for its own intrinsic power and a profound symptom of our time." And I've always been interested in existentialism, so I think this is going to be a good one, and it was only like $9. I've always been interested in philosophy, and I also just got, I think you say it, Nietzsche, Friedrich Nietzsche. I got one of his, so I'm kind of just slowly trying to read philosophers and accept them for the time that they were written. If I could do a degree, it would definitely be English literature with a minor in philosophy. This one I had never heard of. It's called The Turn of the Screw and the Aspirin Papers by Henry James. The Turn of the Screw and the Aspirin Papers combines two of Henry James's most popular works into one conveniently sized volume. The Turn of the Screw is an intense psychological tale of terror. Beginning in an old house on Christmas Eve, it is the story of a governess who comes to live with and take care of two young children. The governess loves her new position in charge of the young children, however, she is soon disturbed when she begins to see ghosts. The Aspirin Papers, we have the story of a man who travels to Venice in search of Juliana Bordereau, whom he believes is in possession of some personal letters of the famous and now dead American poet Jeffrey Aspern. Readers will delight in this classic collection of Henry James's most popular novellas. And honestly, I think the cover really enticed me, and I loved the idea of this intense psychological tale, and when I looked it up, the review said it's quite haunting. One of my favorite writers of all time, George Orwell. We're all familiar with Animal Farm, 1984. The back of this book absolutely drew me in. The mass of the rich and the poor are differentiated by their incomes and nothing else, and the average millionaire is only the average dishwasher dressed in a new suit. In 1928, the young George Orwell arrived in Paris, a city known as a thriving art scene and home to some of literature's most esteemed figures. It was not long before the money ran out, and Orwell, now destitute, was forced to take on the menial work of a dishwasher to survive. Menial? How do you say that? Menial. Okay. Drawing on Orwell's own experiences, down and out in Paris and London lays the bare realities of life among the poorest members of society and reveals the hidden world of drudgery, squalor, and anxiety. This insightful memoir brings home the evils of poverty and reminds us that before we judge those less fortunate than ourselves, we should live as they do. Sorry, we should first live as they do. And I think we all know that George Orwell is incredible at not only creating dystopian novels, but social commentary and commentary on class systems and society. We see that in Animal Farm, we see that in 1984. Definitely going to be themes of this. Of course, this one really drew me in, and I think the whole overall concept of it sounds incredible. Alrighty, so since I just finished The Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka, I found this entire kind of collection of his work. So it has quite a few of his, it does have The Metamorphosis in it, which I just read, but it has The Judgment, A Country Doctor, it has other smaller writings in here. It has just a bunch of his work in here. Last one I have is apparently a bit controversial because of the author herself, but I am curious to read it. My grandparents said they enjoyed this book. I was looking at Rory Gilmore's reading list and it's on there. I think the book itself is okay. I just think the actual author had some interesting political views. I actually don't know anything really about it. I just know that she's quite controversial, but we have The Fountainhead by Ayn Rand. And so the reason I got this one is because I borrowed a copy from someone. If you're a reader, tell me if you relate to this so much. I know some people hate these, I don't know what the word is, textured. I don't know what the word is for it. I know there is a word though. And to me, font is very important. Like, font is going to make me want to read a book or not. So to me, this book is way more appealing than the copy I had. I had this copy, and I don't know, I was enjoying the actual story, but to me, this is way more appealing to read. So those are all of the secondhand books I got today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe for all things books, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!